New Year's Day, we have more storms in the forecast. So really we'll just be warming up. If you didn't like the 60s we had today or the 50s yesterday, we'll be in the 70s as we get into the next couple of days. And then the storms for Wednesday and New Year's Eve, very tight right now to tell whether it will end just before we get to midnight on Thursday evening, or maybe a little bit earlier Thursday evening, or maybe a bit later. So models are not in perfect sync right now, but it looks like very close to midnight, if not a little bit before the rain will be ending. And then it turns much colder for the first day of 2021. So a little bit of a different feel there. But as we look at our time lapse, it was so pretty today. The blue skies, we had just a few clouds here and there, and our temperatures now have fallen into the 40s on the North Shore and mainly 50s south of the lake. And we might drop a few more degrees going into tonight, but it won't be quite as cold as it has been the past couple of nights. And partly, here's why, because of these south and southeast winds coming in, bringing in just a little bit more moisture. Here's our surface high that will be mainly in control in the next day or two. Around the high, you can see the rotation, the clockwise rotation, and that spin is bringing those winds more from the southeast and east. And so that brings in a little bit more warmth from the Gulf, and that will be the scene for the next couple of days. So our wake up forecast tomorrow, we'll say 40s on the North Shore, about 50 for the city and south of the lake. So clear skies and pretty chilly. Winds from the southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then during the day tomorrow, sunny, a few clouds here and there, a little bit warmer, highs about 70. Our average high at this point in the year is 63 for New Orleans. So we will be above average tomorrow and Tuesday, which also looks nice. And then actually Wednesday and Thursday too, because the big cool down isn't coming until Thursday night. So plans tomorrow looks fantastic. Something in the middle of the day would be very comfortable in the 60s. And then as we get into the evening, we'll be dropping through the 50s once again. In the upper atmosphere, here we have this ridging. That's the high pressure. That's our warmer setup for the next couple of days. We'll say through Wednesday and really into Thursday too. But toward the end of the week, we get this dip in the jet stream with yet another storm system. We're in this pattern, of course, with these cold fronts that we get this time of year. So a big cold front late Thursday. And it does look at this point like there is a chance for maybe a couple of severe storms. Maybe Wednesday and Thursday, although it won't be one continuous stormy threat all the day long or anything like that. But it looks like with both waves coming both those days, we may have a couple of strong storms, maybe a few high wind gusts, possibly an isolated tornado, but it's a little ways out. So we still have time to refine the forecast. Thursday, New Year's Eve, we'll be making it into the 70s and then dropping at night. So that will wake up Friday morning in the 40s and dry. And our highs on Friday may only be in the 50s. So very different setup from the last day of 2020 to the first day of 2021, which I think should be starting pretty quiet, but it will be cold. Here, by the way, is the severe risk. This is a few days out, so this is not the more familiar severe risk graphic that we show you, but we will show you that as we get closer. But notice that these are the 2 days. Here is the Wednesday outlook, and then here is the Thursday outlook. So you can see that both days, southeast Louisiana and our coastal Mississippi spots are at least in the area where there could be some severe storms. So again, we'll get into details about that as we get closer, but at this point I would plan on maybe a couple of strong storms both Wednesday, probably in the afternoon, and then Thursday, we'll say afternoon and evening, and maybe into night. Let me give you an idea. This is the European model. Wednesday afternoon, not too much rain really in most of the area yet, but through the afternoon you can see some showers and a few storms. We might get a break Wednesday night, potentially into Thursday. This would be Thursday, 8:30 a.m. But watch what happens through the day. You can see the rain out here with our next front moving in. This is Thursday, 6 p.m. Clearly rain in the area, at least the chance for it. And then we'll fast forward as we get into the nighttime. This is midnight. So actually the European model does have the rain already out of the area by then. So that would be good if you did want to go outside and, celebrate the new year some quiet way, I guess, this year. But the GFS model does have it lingering a little bit later, and things could change a little bit as far as the exact timing in the next couple of days. So just something to think about for that time. But then the cold air arrives Thursday night and it turns much colder for Friday. So a few ups and downs this week. Clearly the ups coming first for our temperatures and then the big downs. And we'll see how chilly it will get, but it does look like it'll be pretty cold as we get into Saturday and Sunday, those 2 weekend days. So that will be our 7-day forecast. Sorry, it shot me back to the beginning of my show there. I don't have to go through the whole thing again, but there you go with the 7-day. By Friday into Saturday, highs about 59 or 60, we'll say, and Sunday looks great too. So the first weekend of 2021 looks pretty good, but just a little bit on the cool side.
actually found her?
We found her.
Oh my God.
You look wonderful.